So, Donald Trump, Antichrist superstar.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't put on Donald Trump as the Antichrist.
Wow, the bad guy can be good sometimes. You said Marduk has done it once before, has he not?
Hey, listen, Marduk just had a big ego.
But he went, well, who was it that went to Noah and warned him when we were supposed to die?
That's Enki. That's Marduk. That's
Marduk.
Marduk's father. His title is Lucifer. Okay, Enki, it just means Lord of Earth. So technically, Marduk is Lord of Earth. Okay, Enki doesn't have that title anymore. Actually, Lucifer Enki has the title of EA of water or Lucifer. Okay.
Okay, so why do I think Donald Trump would be Marduk, comparable to the Antichrist?
For one thing, Marduk won't beat the Antichrist.
Well, if
One of
Marduk,
his offspring would be.
well, I mean, if Enki is Marduk's son, how am I getting this backwards?
Yeah, you're backwards there. Okay, the original Enki, Lucifer has a son. His name's Marduk.
Okay.
He is Lord of Earth right now. Even when Jesus was in the wilderness for those 40 days, that was Marduk that came to him to try to stop him and work for him, pretty much. But he didn't do it, right?
All right, but here's why I'm going there. Donald Trump has rigged this election in favor of the Democrat.
Whoa, make sure you know that's your opinion.
Oh, that's completely my opinion because I'm the only one with it.
So you think this is all...
You wouldn't get a Trump supporter out there to believe that Donald Trump would rig the election in favor of the Democrats. So I'm the only one.
To start a war? Because that's what it would happen. All Trump had to say was...
The Antichrist was supposed to be a world leader that rallied all the people behind him, and trials and tribulations began after that. That's the Antichrist. The Antichrist, a lot of people thought Obama was the Antichrist because it kind of fell in the time period. Donald Trump seems to be more of that because people didn't follow Obama like they do Donald Trump. I mean, people are hardcore when it comes to their Trump.
Yeah.
Now, you could say that...
I will say this. Something's coming. This ain't over.
Well, we all feel it. Our sixth sense is tickling the back of our brain. We all know something's wrong on both sides. Now,
yeah, I feel it coming.
Now, one could say Donald Trump did the same thing. Rigged the election in favor of the Democrats just to change the way we vote, to make it more secure.
You know what? This is the part of everything I don't care about. I don't care about none of them, okay? They will never affect the way I live.
Can you tell me that you believe that Donald Trump would be like you've talked before, somebody that sold their soul to gain wealth and power? Because he seems like he's a step above that.
Listen,
he really
I'm gonna tell you why
in the supernatural realm when it comes to some of the things he does.
You can't get to that power without talking to him, okay? You just can't. And when Trump tried to avoid it, he lost everything, okay? When he tried to fight it, and they fought back. You know, have you ever read up on Trump? How?
Oh yeah.
I mean, Atlantic City, put him in bankruptcy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, those are called spankings. You fuck up again, you're gonna pay harder lesson. So Trump got back in line right then, and that's when you saw he never smiled that much ever again.
Why is he one of the few that can step out of line with these?
Well, because he has power.
Exactly. There's something more to him.
You know what?
I mean, listen to the way the man talks. I can out-talk him. You take away my southern accent, but he found a way to connect with all men and women from the bottom up. Now, it pissed off some at the top because they talk proper and they use the right words. He just blurts it out. And still, he had 70 million people just vote for him. I mean, get up from what they were doing on one certain day, during a certain time period, go to a certain place and write his name on a piece of paper or punch it into a machine. That right there,
okay,
is power.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that. So you're saying he actually has a plan. He's here. I get your opinion. Where
and I just I won't put this out there. We try not to deal with politics at this table, but right now this is a perfect opportunity to point out that there's something more than just human going on. There's something more there.
There's still a war going on up there. Okay, still is. Always gonna be there. This is way out of our hands. It's way out of our. I mean, does anybody believe that aliens really exist?
Oh yeah. I think most people, to a degree, believe that there are something more in this universe than just human. And
You know
gods.
what?
There's planets out there. There's got to be, the mathematical odds are not that far off.
Okay, it's proven that there's many suns out there. You know, a sun is got planets behind them. Okay, there's as many suns out there as all the sands on all the beaches, all the grain of sands on all the beaches. That's how many suns are out there.
But like I say, we're in a position with this situation now to where nobody's going to trust. Well, you've cut 70 million people out trusting the vote, which they already did that beforehand when he was elected by saying it was rigged by Russia and all that. No one right now in the U.S., we are unified on one thing. Both sides believe that it's cooked. You talk to Biden supporters and they'll say, yeah, I pretty much think it was cooked, but we won, so who gives a shit? But why would Trump want to start a war in this country, on this soil?
Maybe Trump went back on something he promised to do and didn't do it. Listen to me.
I mean, could it be a
Listen.
sacrifice?
Listen. Trump is just a man and he's a puppet too. All right, these people, these whatever they are, entities or whatever, all right, they definitely have control.
I don't know.
And Trump is, believe me.
It's not that I'm trying to project too much strength into him. I don't look at him as a puppet, as a normal politician. There are reasons why, but you just take the TikTok example. He really didn't give a shit about TikTok. It was all to push a stock. He told everybody he hated TikTok. He wanted it gone, and lots of people in Washington invested in it. All the people that hated him suddenly downloaded TikTok, started using it, left YouTube in the fucking dust, and Snapchat, Instagram. They all went to TikTok. How much money do you think he made off that? Because I'm pretty sure I'm right that he told everybody he wanted it gone just so they would go to it. That's how much they hated him. Vince McMahon. I don't know if you ever watched wrestling. Vince McMahon always said
He's a
that
promoter.
the bad guy is just as popular as the good guy, and they make the same amount of fucking money because they have to work together at it.
Yeah, they got to get their lines right. They got to script their.
Ric Flair, dirtiest player in the game.
I like
You know,
Golden Boy.
He played to be bad and made a shit ton of money. Sometimes the bad guys make more.
Well, the Undertaker, he's probably the most expensive.
So,
Oh, you know what? Let's find out. No, never mind.
you know, there's something more there, and we're in that time where it seems like it. Most people, especially evangelicals, if I were the Antichrist, they would be the first people I would want to win over because they would be the most faithful behind me.
Well, here's the problem with the way they think there's going to be a rapture, and there isn't. I mean, when he does come back, it will be in the blink of an eye, but you're going to see the planet up there. You're going to see it. I mean, even in Revelations, talk about wormwood is the only thing they could relate it to because the planet had like holes all around, or like wormwood would look like, and that's why they dubbed it wormwood because that's the only thing they could relate it to, and it's documented in the Bible.
So you don't see any credence that Donald Trump could be the Antichrist? Because I can tell you a lot of anti-Trumpers would agree with me.
Listen,
They say he's Hitler.
I hope the fuck he is.
I mean, he does, like we had discussed a little bit, he does have a Hitler-esque type personality. Hitler did not come into power and do what he did with his own people hating him. He was loved.
Loved. I mean, cherished. I mean, godlike. Honest to God, he would be like, if you're back in the Egyptian days, he'd be worshipped like a pharaoh.
Trump is that godlike right now. Again, 70 million people.
I know, but he talks so much gibberish sometimes.
Close to, 1/5 of our population.
If it was Marduk would have already, taken over. And all right, so you're saying Marduk is listen.
Yes.
I you know what? I want to believe it
But
because I would have believed it
I'm
way.
confused on who Marduk is because I believe that this, perhaps I'm referring to Enki, whoever warned Noah, whoever kept the human race alive, but also didn't care. He just wanted to preserve his own thing.
His creation, yes, exactly. That's exactly it. And Noah had a a pure bloodline. You know, and when all the gods signed the agreement that, all right, we can't interfere with man right now because Enlil, the Hebrew god, he wanted us all. He wanted to start over because the giants were around killing shit, and he could actually hear, household noise, and
I mean, what would be the consequences of a civil war in the U.S. right now?
a lot of dead people.
First year, I don't believe
All
would
right,
be that
number
bad,
one,
but
Democrats are 90% against guns. Republicans,
all the gun-toting people love Trump, so
that's what I'm saying right now.
you're talking about a slaughter to a point because, people don't look at it like, I know the police are there to protect and serve. I know the military has an oath, but you also have one party that said fuck them all and threw them under the bus to get pander to voters. So do you think there's a cop on the Democrat side right now?
No. And yes.
There's probably a few.
I know, there's just shit that's out here that we can't see. But listen, one thing I can guarantee you, that whatever they figure out on this election, it won't change our lives a bit.
How do you figure?
It won't. You'll still be you. We'll all still be us. We'll all still make the same money every week. It won't change anything.
You still make the same money, but they can take more.
All right, when I said that, I meant like, if we go to war, it wouldn't surprise me that Trump, because you know how he is, he hates losing the argument. He could possibly start a civil war.
Do you believe that Trump lost fairly?
I don't know what to believe because they're all crooks.
I'm just asking for your gut instinct.
If I went to watch that debate, I would have said, no fucking way, this shit's rigged. Trump won. But after seeing Trump after that debate, I was like...
The debate actually happened before a lot of these votes were cast. I mean,
yeah, it did, and it changed people's minds. Because Trump clearly lost that debate. I can't, I thought Joe Biden would he would stump Joe Biden. He got so frustrated that he couldn't stump Joe Biden. He just fucking started losing control and just started talking shit, and even Biden.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Donald Trump has lost the election?
Yes.
Even after all the recounts, all the court battles, Donald Trump's done
Yes.
as the United States president.
Yeah, I'm going to go down and say, nah, he's done.